got some special guests here. Our honored guests here. Hey, tell everybody who you guys are.
What's good, man? It's your boy King Tif on the King Tif Network. I am here on the Midwest Takeoff. Happy to be here with my brother.
Mama, your sons made it. I made it to the Midwest Takeoff. If y'all don't know me, my name is Brandon Gates from the Pull-Up Experience.
All right, let's jump straight into it. That's what we like to do.
Yes.
Y'all both have, I'm talking about phenomenal platforms, phenomenal podcasts. You know, I'm like, hey, sometimes I'm like, who is it? Us, we like the stars of this game right now. And, you know, I got to get y'all on the show and for y'all to tell their story. So for you, Brandon, when you came up with the Pull-Up Experience, what made you even come up with the concept of the name Pull-Up Experience?
Right.
That's a great question, bro. So at the time, this is back right for the pandemic hit. And at that time in Cleveland, when you thought about entrepreneurship, you only thought about 3 people, right? And I would talk to so many different people. I'm like, man, somebody tell your story. Somebody tell your story. Somebody tell your story. And they had like 5 followers, 100 followers. They won't have that many followers. But I'm like, you have a great story that people need to hear.
Right.
And I know for me, I love podcasts, especially shout out to my sensei, David Shands, because he has the Social Proof podcast. And in Atlanta, I'm like, why nobody doing this for Cleveland? You know what I'm saying? At that time, wasn't nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't even know about Tif yet or whatnot. At that time, I'm like, who? Ain't nobody doing it. And my mom always told me, hey, if ain't nobody doing it, do it yourself or whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, open your own door.
Open your own door. And that's pretty much from there. And we been rocking ever since.
How many episodes you got now?
283 now.
Yeah, 283. That's. I mean, we just need that like real quick.
Officially the leader, though.
Yeah, right.
Like,
For
really?
sure.
Come on, y'all.
Officially
Because
leader.
Tif was like, oh, you think you up there?
No,
Hey,
I was on that for about 3 years.
Man.
No.
Hey, they
So-
team over there is beautiful, man.
And we got King Tif in the building. King Tif, you know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
Royalty in the building. So you have the King Tif Network. What made you, instead of saying call it a podcast or anything, you called it the network?
No, great question. Back in 2019, kind of the same time, I was already, like we talked about before we got on the pod, I kind of grew up in the entertainment space in Cleveland. So, like, for me, I had already seen some greatness. Like, I didn't seen the Pooh Gutter run. I didn't seen
The Fat Owl and
the
all
Fat
that.
Owl run. I done seen the Chip run.
Yeah.
I done seen them like firsthand, and I'm like, I'm getting chills right now even thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
the Rip run, I done seen it, and in 2018, I actually did a show with Pooh, Rip. I did 2 shows with Chip. We sold them out. Shout out to Chip at the Grog Shop. I'll never forget those. And
Shout out
then
to Chip.
Rip and Pooh did a show at the Grog Shop as well. Sold that bitch out. And it was my first 2 shows as a host that I
Yeah.
sold out.
Okay.
So I was like, ooh, okay, we got something here. And they kind of getting to know who I am, establishing my name. Then I was like, man, how do you get your money? Because nobody was paying.
Everybody want free stuff.
I was
Trust
like,
me, I know
damn,
about
right.
this team.
I was
Everybody want
working.
free stuff. We are
Yeah.
not free.
Come
okay?
on. So I was like, how do you build a career out of this?
Right.
And then I looked at radio. I was always a fan of Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club.
Shout out to Brother Club.
Yeah.
I always loved watching my favorite artists sit down and talk about how they created whatever they created, and that was something that I loved. So for me, it was like, okay, let's try to figure out a career. Mind you, I was a college football player,
Okay.
so my first podcast was called The Life of an Ex-Athlete.
Oh.
Actually speaking on kind of
Sports
how
and-
sports and how it was kind of like after you kind of like chased your dreams, maybe not have made it all the way you wanted to, because you know
Right.
I was trying to go to the league.
Right.
Check my stats, but but you know, after that, you know, getting a job, going into the real world, and the
So you wanted to go to the NFL.
yeah, 100%.
So this is something that I didn't even know. I didn't even
Yeah.
know you
What
played
position
sports.
were you?
Yeah.
running back, and in high school I played running back and linebacker. In college I played running back. And shout out, I had a full ride scholarship, D2.
Okay.
Graduated with honors. All of that, it was amazing. Great experience. South Carolina, got to be down there for 4 years. It
I
was
was
amazing.
safety in high school.
Right.
Really,
I played safety
See,
in high school.
I tell everybody I should have played safety because I was undersized. So maybe at safety I could have really did what I wanted.
I'm a sprinter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a long distance runner, but I can take off real fast. and-
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
that was
Yeah,
me
and I
back
was
then.
quick, so
Yeah.
I just move around. So yeah, it was an amazing. And I played for 16 years straight. So like
Wow.
for me, it was always about the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when I found podcasting in 2019, it started kind of buzzing. And from there, I was like, man, I'm going to just start it. So I started the audio, Life and Ex-Athlete. Same time, shout out to YFL Kevin. I'll never get tired of telling this story. He got his first deal with Def Jam.
Okay.
The song NASDAQ took off. Boom. So we actually book him for a show, and we book him at the Chicken and Waffles downtown. It's not there no more, but it was downtown. And again, I still get chills from this story. I was hosting it. I was doing what I was doing. I was doing good, but we had set up a media run for him.
Yeah.
And the interviewer dropped out the night before. So I'm like, I go to the promoter. I'm like, I could do it. He like, all right, bet.
Put your foot in there.
I'm like, I stay up all night.
Yeah.
I stay up all night trying to figure out questions. I'm rewatching Breakfast Club interviews. I'm like, man, how do I do this? If you watch, it's still on YouTube now. 5 years later. I go in. I got my papers ready. I'm nervous as hell, but I'm talking. I'm looking at the questions, talking to him. But at the end, and this is something I'll never forget. And I always thank him. I thank him every year for this. At the end of it, he was like, "Man, how long you been doing this?" I was like, "Nigga, I've been doing this for 3 hours."
Today.
Right.
But the way he said it, it was like, man, you did a good job. Like,
He thought you was experienced
yeah,
already.
like I had already did it. I'm like, man, I could do this. So from there, I was like, all right, let's go. So I actually created a show called Couch Talk first. It was my first show. We interviewed some great people, Big 40, DJ Coop. He's actually Doughboy's official DJ.
Okay.
We had some dope people in there. Ran that, but I realized, man, I ran myself basically broke. Just spending, not understanding how the equipment work, how the editing work and everything.
Oh, yeah, I had to learn that.
Man.
I definitely had to learn that in the beginning.
Let's talk about it, man.
Come on.
Let's talk about what kind of podcasting, bro.
Exactly. So my fault for the long story, but just fast forward to 2021. I learn. I actually go to Ohio Media School. I actually take the time to kind of figure things out, and I combined the Life and Ex-Athlete and the Couch Talk and turned it into the King Tif Network, basically stating that we're a network. We're not just one platform. We're not just one podcast. We're not just one thing. We're a network. We're building something that will develop into multiple podcasts, multiple different
lanes.
Come on.
I got you.
That's right.
That's dope.
I know that's
Oh
right.
yeah, man. We got a round of applause.
Come on,
for
man.
that.
Yeah.
That was a great.
I never heard that story. I was like, that's a
feel
great story.
Everybody that takes something from their head and actually acts upon it, you know, all of that deserves your flowers. There's so many people. You have a thought. Everybody got a thought, you know. But for you to take initiatives like that, for you to say, hey, I'm gonna make the pull-up experience. Like, I'm gonna make it. That's huge, because a lot of people don't take that step. And I feel like, especially with podcasting, it's a lot about the personality and who you are before a mic is in your face. Like, before you on the screen. So even before this, we all, you know, really just seeing, not really, but really just being able
vibing
to,
with each other.
Really just cracking up, sitting on the couch. So like, what's going on? Like, that's it outside. And I feel like you gotta have that. Can I go?
Yeah, say what you say.
Yeah, like fuck it, let's do it. Like,
yeah.
like that. Like, that's how I met Troop. Like, we were at the Vegan Club. That's where I work at. Y'all know, like, shout out to Vegan Club.
Yeah,
we love the Vegan
I was
Club.
there to order some food.
Swear, like, I was
that's how
on
we
this
met.
thing, and I was talking to Tif about this, but I used to go to school for theater and stuff like that. And now that I'm in for finance, you got to be all or nothing about finance. So, you know, I lost touch of like the entertainment side, but I seen it. Well, what is that? He had the Midwest Takeoff sweatshirt on. It's my podcast. How can I be a part? Well, we're filming on Sunday. What time? I'll be there.
Put her on the spotlight. Let's go.
Like, first shot, hand me a cute.
Let's get it.
Hey, listen.
Let me
Her first episode she was on, she introduced Michaela. Shout out to Michaela. She's out in California, and she's a powerful rapper, right? And she makes rap for like if you see a commercial or the
Right.
background
Oh, that's
music
fire.
for movies.
That's the
That's
real
her,
money.
Like
bro.
in, like,
She
HBO
she
movies
killing
and
it.
stuff.
She's killing it. She's on like everything, right? Shout out to you because that's black excellence for
Yeah,
sure.
And people don't know
And
that lane.
When you came onto the show, she was our introduction, right? And G Baby was our fill-in, and
Shout out to you, baby, man.
yeah, shout out to
For
G Baby.
real.
That's hey
Grinder.
G Baby,
Right.
we out here.
Hey, she might be the grinder of the year. Shout
Yeah,
out
for
to
sure.
her.
G Baby, she's a hustler for sure. And G Baby filled in for the Midwest Takeoff for an episode, and she did our introduction. And long story short, when we all collaborated, the show went viral. You know, and I'm sitting here. Michaela not only did the interview, but she also did the performance. I have a
Yeah.
performance for every show.
Yeah.
And
You
those
know-
performances be like, we all be in the studio. Ooh, like when
Yeah.
Davey was
Davey-
in there.
Davey.
Shout out
Oh
to
my
him.
goodness.
I got a
Davey, man.
funny story with Davey. actually.
What?
He was actually my coach when I was little.
Man, what?
Oh, tell this
He used
story.
to, he actually used to be dope at basketball. Like he
Mm.
one of the best hoopers I ever seen. Actually,
Wow.
What?
yeah,
hoop
like,
baby?
and he really do that. He actually won't even hoop if it's not real rap. Like he don't even play. He don't even play like that. But yeah, he actually used to and y'all know Terry Rozier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Terry Rozier from Shaker, he actually he actually used to basically like we used to run practices. Like I didn't play for Shaker, but I used to run practices with him.
Yeah.
And then he used to coach us on the offside. And like when I say I compared to them, I
Yeah.
sucked. They was doing drills, and I'm in the 8th, 7th, 8th grade, and they like in the 9th, I think, and I'm like, what is they doing?
Right.
Oh, they do
Right.
the Iverson crossing.
No, but I seen it early, like
Yeah.
they was gonna be 1-to-1. So shout out to
Right.
Davey because
Was,
he.
was Davey singing as he was crossing people over, like just
No,
singing?
that's
Yeah,
the
you say
crazy
he was
part.
doing
We
the Usher.
never knew he could do none of that. Like we
no.
never
And
knew he could
Wow.
sing. Like he
went
never
from
told
basketball
nobody.
to being one of the top
I was
R&B
about to
people
say.
in Cleveland
Nah,
right now.
for real.
No,
In the
I dig
nation,
you,
he
man.
about to be for real.
I thought we all interviewed Davey at one time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
He
crazy.
cool people.
Absolutely. Man.
So, I was on your show, The Pull Up Experience, last year,
yes, sir.
and that was when me and Mila came onto your show.
Mm-hmm. Good time.
And so when you invited us onto your show, that he has a great show called The Pull Up Experience, and they had everything laid out, had wine for us and
the
everything.
wine secret
Hey,
sauce. The
hey,
wine secret sauce, bro.
they put some
Y'all
truth
big
serum
killers.
in this wine and
Facts.
got us to tell us a whole bunch of stuff that we
Facts.
wasn't supposed to say. Go back and watch that episode. We
It's a
said some
fact.
stuff. But, tell us about, your show and what it entails and how you conduct it around Cleveland.
Oh, that's a great question, man. So with us at Pull Up Experience, man, as anyone knows who's been on it, like you see been on, you know what I'm saying? We a family, bro.
Right.
It's literally a family. Like, shout out to Steve, shout out to Nakia, shout out to Bree, shout out to Michelle, shout out to Sam. We have a team of people
Right.
and whatnot, right? And it's funny enough as it is, we're all introverts. Anybody who know me, you
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
already know.
yeah,
I'll get
yeah.
the corner chilling. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
come out here. I'm a cool.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna be chilling, right? And my thing is, and this is the thing for any introvert, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, how do we create a platform at the same time? And then there's another thing people don't understand with podcasts. It's a networking hack out that's crazy.
That's facts.
My phone is crazy, y'all. Like when I go look at my phone, I'm like, I know, like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I said to say is like, we created a network of people that if we need anything, we just gotta look in the phone one time.
Mhm.
And this is what I would tell anybody. That's why we had a shout out to Alicia because we had a Futureland, man. We came
Shout out
up,
to Alicia.
yeah, man, because we had a
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
we had a panel discussion. We talked about everybody's a podcast. I need everybody to reframe what a podcast is. Podcast is owning your media,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're business, whether you're a brand, whether you're just a influencer or whatnot,
Right.
right? And my thing is, how do we create a brand that was for entrepreneurs as a whole, but then connect Cleveland as a whole? Because at that time, Cleveland was a known and collaborative place. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it was all competition, which is shout out to y'all brothers, man.
Yeah, we here together.
We here together. No,
Like, this is powerful to
but
me.
bro, it was not like that in the beginning. It was not. It was not. T can contest to that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't come together. It was more. I'm on my side. I'm on that side. Don't come over here. I won't come over there.
Yeah.
And we like, nah, man. We got to break all this up. So if anything, I would say we're disruptors, bro.
100%.
Because
I definitely agree. Because with the pull-up experience, you branched off and did Podcast United.
Yes.
And
That was me and Tif though.
that was okay. So you guys created that, and when y'all brought me on, and we had so many different people, come together. It was that right there just shows Black excellence, Black wealth, and knowledge.
Yep.
You know, so what made y'all two come up with that? I'm like, hey, we need to get everybody in one room and talk about their stuff.
Oh well, I'll say because I talk a lot of junk to Tif, man.
Y'all be texting?
I be talking crazy, but one time I was talking to Tif because me and Tif
Be like 8 in the morning.
yeah, maybe in the morning too.
Early bird.
Can I get my
This is the
coffee?
first thing I see on my phone? Okay.
That's crazy.
Say less. Let me wake up.
Right. But no, I was just sitting there. I was like, man, we need to do because like at that time, like we don't know anybody who because we had what 200 plus. At that time it was like 100 something. I'm like, man, ain't nobody.
Yeah, it was like 100.
We like 100 something, right? We like, man, we need to do something for the new podcast or those who just starting out because we've been doing it for a while. Why don't we just talk to them? Because at that time Cleveland was on like 5 podcasts at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's get it all in the room. Let's talk about it one time and keep out the ego, keep out whoever, whatever. Let's just have a good time talking podcasting. Yeah. And one could turn into two because you came around the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And
so I've been on 2 of them now.
Yep.
Because we did 3.
We did. Yeah. The first one it was just
like 5 people.
It was like 5 people at the time.
Okay.
And that's crazy. Let's keep growing though.
Man, it was us. It was K.
Yep. K. Nikki B.
Yeah. Nikki B.
Shout out to Nikki B, man. She's
For real,
a hard worker.
She's beautiful.
She's dope.
Good spirit.
Yeah,
and she was just getting started around that time.
And that's what I'm saying
That's
though.
the dope part about
That's
it.
the dope part about it. You see the growth
grew,
though.
Yeah, the growth of
Yep.
it. So yeah, when he brought it to me, I was just like, dude, like we gotta do this because like people at that time, I would say it was like almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
At that time, like people was like wanted it to be competition,
Right.
like wanted everything to be competition, wanted everybody to be fighting for this one imaginary spot that nobody was getting, and it was like we're always gonna be better together.
yes,
That's a fact.
So,
yeah.
why don't we just start coming together? So when he brought it to me, I was like, finally, we have something where us as podcasters start to become more powerful and start showing the other creative spaces like we come together. Can y'all develop? Can y'all come together? Because if y'all come together, we might get the fuck up out of here.
That's
I've always believed in our artists. I've always believed in our producers. I've always believed in our entertainment space. I just don't believe we can do it by ourselves.
Right.
Everything, any millionaire that I've ever met say it's a team effort. Any business has a team effort. You have the thought process, then you have the building, the employees.
Yes.
It's a group, it's collaborative, it's a system. And I believe for me and with the Midwest Takeoff, I always hire women because women are very detailed. She's
bro.
intelligent.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And very detailed.
Shout out to the ladies.
No, shout out to the ladies. Shout out to Chaney because this season right here, she has helped me. She's super smart and it's the details and she speaks already like an anchor woman. Like she's very intelligent. I be ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? But with moving forward with this Midwest Takeoff, when I first started this, it was like, where are we at? Like we're in Ohio, but what is Ohio? You know, so I'm like, okay, we're in the Midwest, and I'm like, oh, that's Detroit, that's Illinois, that's all these different states. Then I'm like, oh, it's 12 states. So I can go to 12 different states and not just be here. I believe in global, not just being home because that's how you get your brand everywhere.
Right.
So I go to different states, and Atlanta, California, Detroit. I got a show in Detroit coming up. And so it just like all these different things has made a way. And then I meet you guys that are here. And the more that I meet you guys, I'm like, oh, this is a family thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we all doing our own thing, but it's not a competition, but we all want to win.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I hear Brandon like, we're the number one show. I hear Keith, we're the number one show. Troop be like, hey, I'm here. We the number one show.
Right.
That's right.
But guess what? We are because he has his own lane. He has his own lane. I have my own lane. But we're all on the show together. We are brothers. You know what I'm saying? And with the Midwest Takeoff, I always believe that it takes off everywhere it goes. No matter, I can live in Texas and we still taking off. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But when I see other entrepreneurs do their thing, I'm like, how can I collaborate with you guys and stuff like that? But I see how you guys work. You operate with a lot of females. You do a solo act. You know what I'm saying? But then you bring people on. But I also seen you work with women too. Absolutely. But like I said, I had Mila in the first 2 seasons. I have Chaney this season. Absolutely. Next season, we got 4 more people coming in as a panel. So, we growing with the business. We're growing with the system. And Chaney about to graduate. Shout out to that real
Yeah,
quick.
man.
Gotta highlight that.
Yeah.
She's about to graduate.
I got phantom button syndrome. I
yes.
want to do this.
Hey, on his
Crazy.
podcast, make the noise, do the noise.
And I feel like with that networking stuff, like what's definitely gone down in recent times is them saying, "Oh well, you ain't don't nobody gonna help you, nobody gonna do this, do that." And I'm not from here. I came to Cleveland. I just said I'm gonna make it. Y'all, I'm from Pittsburgh. I came here like with
Go
my
Browns, though.
07.
I was gonna say my apologies and whatnot.
Yeah. Go ahead, go. You from Pittsburgh? Pick up.
I feel bad for anybody who live in Pittsburgh. All them goddamn hills.
I don't know.
Thank
Why
you.
usually
You fall off a
everybody's
hill,
just
you gonna
talking
die.
about
Yeah,
this.
you
Yo,
better not
it's
fall down the hill.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yo, it's not bad, but I feel like
One
coming
drug night,
out
it's
here and just there was so much unexpected love out here than what, because my parents said, Chaney, you gotta be careful.
it's about
I
Cleveland.
stay right downtown. So my dad, he Chaney, you could go down this way. Don't you go near 30th. Like, you don't ever need. I told him one time, I was like, Dad, I'm about to go to a party. He like, where, Chaney? I'm like, it's called Kins. You not going nowhere. You not. So I'm like, all right, I'm learning, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm learning. But there's been so many times that I've run into faces that I've seen professionally at school at one of the events. I don't even think you know this, B, but we saying people name? I can?
You say who you want
All
to
right. But like Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. My freshman year, he
Yeah.
came and spoke in my accounting class, right?
That's what's up.
He talks about how, if you're going to contact me, contact me. And I said,
Yes, I will.
and best
There we go.
believe you got that job that I want. I want it. So that's what's going to happen.
That's
And
right.
we fought for an interview. It's a cat and mouse chase, with this. When I went to the event and I seen him at the front, I'm like, and this is 2-3 years later. I'm
That's
like,
wild.
what? Like, it was a huge, who would have thought a spades event at like, who would have thought that would have came right back
That
and
one networking event. Just
one, right?
blew up.
And it's like I've thoroughly enjoyed my time, so, and I'm happy that it's melting away. That when you get out here, you're by yourself. Don't get me wrong, you got to do the work, the grind, the grit, all that. That's what you got to do. That's just expected.
You know what's
But
wild?
you got to be cool.
I was talking to Reese, man, and cause Reese he a little older than us and
Yeah.
whatnot, and we were
out
talking
here
about
name dropping. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm saying,
Hey,
hey,
he out here like let me tell you who I know.
You know who Larice is? Come on.
I talked to him one time. We talk about different generations,
Big dog.
though.
You a big dog.
You know what I'm saying? And we talk about how during generation it was gatekeeping. It was like
Yeah.
I'm accused to the chest. I don't need to give you anything. And our generation, we're like, no, I'm gonna give it to you because like you said. And I shout out to Tif, man, because literally every time I see him, like, hey, when you get up on that stage, get that war, you better shout me out or whatnot.
Yeah.
Whoever get there first.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
say it to each other every time we see each other. But the mindset, the mentality, and one of the questions we ask on the political experience is how you feel like we change the narrative of Cleveland being a collaborative place. I ask everyone that question, see their take on it all.
Right.
And too often, a lot of people are like, I don't see it no anymore. It went from before when we first started, it was like, oh yeah, Cleveland's this, Cleveland's that. Now I felt like you said, I feel like it's melting away. People are like, I don't see it anymore. Where is it at?
I definitely been collaborating with a lot of people this year. Like, I started in the industry of entertainment in 2019 as a fashion designer. Like, and I sold out a show. I still own my brand, Global Kings, right? And from there, I did that for 2 years. COVID hit, I stopped. I'm like, what's next on my agenda? So I came up with a podcast, but it wasn't called the Midwest Takeoff at first. I had Global Talk, a spinoff of Global Kings. Shout out to Zandra and Vaughn. And listen, we did it from, she lives in Atlanta, he lives in California, I'm here in Ohio. And we all was on a show via stream. You know what I'm saying? So we was all different places doing it, and it's still episodes out on Apple Tunes or whatever,
That's dope.
iTunes or whatever. And so we started out at that, and then I'm like, okay, but the schedules wasn't matching up. So I'm like, okay. So we went from there, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to do another show, and it was called King's Talk. But that name was already taken by somebody in Nigeria. And so I'm like, okay, I always look up names before I go try to, you know what I'm saying? I'm business minded. So I'm like, Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly had a beef. And he's like, yeah, we both from the Midwest. I'm like, Detroit is the Midwest. Wait, Ohio is the Midwest. Then I started thinking about how many states is the Midwest. And I started looking at the name. I'm like, all these places is the Midwest, so I don't have to just make money here and be like, I don't want to be a local legend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a global
I
person.
think we all have that.
Yeah, so I travel a lot, and I'm like, okay, so I can't name it this. I like the Midwest Takeoff. Nobody owned it. I wanted to go patent own it. I did everything I needed to do, so it's solely mine. I even patented the name Troop Nation. That's my name. Like, I own it. And then so from there, I looked around, and I'm like, how many states I can go to and maneuver, and that's when it started happening. I opened up the door, and when I came through, shout out to Breakthrough Sound, shout out to Eddie. And everybody on team, Charles and everybody. But when I first came here, I came because one of my friends I met at a nightclub introduced me to this dude named Tito. A Spanish dude introduced me to Tito. Tito introduced me to here, and I was like one of the first podcasts or the second podcast in this building. And now this building is like not only just a studio, but it has everything for podcasting too. So, share that for y'all commercial right there. But, at the same time, it just like I made my own door before I knew people as podcasters. I just knew I wanted to help people share their story. And now that I get an opportunity to share everybody's story and hear their story, it's like I'm reading your book in real life.
Right.
That's good.
And it's just a different thing. It's a different feeling. And now I walk in a room that I don't introduce myself no more. That's new. Like, what's up, Troop? And I'll be looking at them like, I don't know who this is, but what's going on? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? How you know? And what is that feeling like for you? I'm gonna go with King Tif, because not only you doing podcasting, but you're also an actor now. Yeah. So you got Boarding House and movies that you've been in.
Come on, get our brother.
I was about to leave. Yeah. Okay. So tell the movies that you've been in. Shout out to Johnny Filmworks, who was at HWIC. And tell us that experience from you now podcasting to going into the movie realm.
Yeah. So first things first, I gotta show love to my guy, especially while he's around.
They bros,
so
look at it. There's
a
romance going on right here.
I talk much shit about him, like in his text that I gotta when we on camera, I gotta show love.
Appreciate
it. People don't understand the importance of his events. Like his events are
get out of here. That's when you met Johnny?
No, but it's close.
Okay.
I almost gave you that one, but it's close. But an event such as that, shout out Andrew Lloyd, I met Johnny.
Okay.
So, but like, my guy, when I say he puts quality events, like he's had Johnny's Filmworks at one of his, what I'm saying? Like he puts on these, and in the same event, I believe it was Josh Cribbs' wife.
Marie
as
Cribbs.
The host. Yeah. So, and she's on TV on a daily basis. So it's like, and this is 2 years ago almost. Yeah. So like, when I say this man right here has not only put a platform together, he has went into the real world and created relationships where there wasn't any.
Okay.
Opportunities where there wasn't any.
Let's applaud you real quick, bro.
I'm like, that's crazy.
Nah, for real, bro. So shout out to you and your team, man. I'll never forget that. But okay. So the movies, man. It all goes hand in hand, man. That networking, that building that relationships, those bonds. A lot of people I don't really like just overly say it every single day, but like a couple years ago, me and HWIC, the King Tif Network and HWIC did partner up. We do have a partnership. I do put their trailers in my interviews, specifically, and then from there, I have been able to host their premieres. Okay. So
and how many you done now?
Their premieres, I believe I've done their last 3, maybe 4. Scam Likely, yes, 4. Scam Likely, Locked In, Boarding House, and Come to Me as a Woman out now. All of them out now on Tubi.
Watch Tubi right now.
For real.
He's ready to press the button.
I'll be ready.
Press
the button.
So for me, it was just that gradual transition. Yeah. So it really was never like a shocking moment. I would say, like, shout out to the King Tif Network. I can't look. I can't. I wouldn't be where I'm at without creating that. Yeah. So I have been blessed to people come up to me and say, hey, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of your network. I want to get on the show. And I've never met them before in my life. Right. So that was kind of like the first, outside of like maybe in South Carolina when I was playing ball, and kind of people who had seen the poster or whatever, it kind of knew me before I got to So life has been kind of interesting for me when it comes to like gradually going into the spotlight, I would say.
Okay.
So like I've always had moments where like people come up to me, kind of may know who I am before I know who they are. So like I try to always take it with a grain of salt because it's like I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
So it's like going into boarding house, I really wanted to just give a good performance, so I didn't have people coming up to me like, "Damn, why you fucked that movie up?"
right.
Because like people was already.
I was at that premiere too. I seen it firsthand. That was a good movie.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
man.
Imagine you thinking somebody give you props and they like actually
It was
ass.
ass.
Look, bro.
Like
I know you do the little podcast. Stick to that, boy.
Man.
But no, I got great responses from that movie. So man, I'm just grateful. You know,
How do y'all treat people when they walk up to you like, "Hey, I like your little podcast"? When they use that word first.
the little
Little is
podcast.
Yeah. How do
You might not now. You might not get a conversation from me.
Yeah. You'll just walk away.
Yeah, because it's like because like I might not even know you.
Yeah.
And then you already talk about my podcast.
Mhm.
It's like,
That's your
where are
baby.
we going?
Yeah.
from
Why
here?
did you start there?
Where are we going from here?
Yeah.
But I don't see people really coming to me like that. How about you?
Oh man. Let me say this, and can I get real on the Midwest take?
Well,
For
we
real,
here.
for real.
You
We
know what I'm
here.
saying? I suffer from real bad anxiety. And I
Mhm.
think me and you talked about it quite a bit, bro.
Yeah.
And everyone talks about how you handle the notoriety. I don't handle it very well. I don't. That's not the truth. Ever since winning that award from the Pink and Black Honors, man, my DMs stay crazy. And I'm not saying that to be boastful. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I appreciate people reaching out to me, talking about, I want to be in a pull-up experience. I want to do this with you. I want to do that.
Relax.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, for me, it was like overnight
Mm.
for me or whatnot. And it's like, I appreciate people who recognize what we do at the Pull-Up Experience. And I think I had this conversation with you. If I could, bro, I would not be in the limelight. I would not. I'll be behind the scenes. And the only reason I'm in front of the camera because we can't find a good host.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the same way.
So for me, it's like I've never been used to being in the front or whatnot. But I thank God for it. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, like, am I used to it? Not at all.
Yeah.
People
He
like,
lying.
hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Brandon, this, that, and the other. I'll be like,
He
you know what I'm
lying
saying?
now. He lying now.
I'm not lying.
It's a new 2025 brand. I'm telling you.
No, listen, man. No, in all honesty, it wasn't. And I like shout out therapy. You know
Shout
what I'm
out
saying?
to therapy.
Yeah, because like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting better at it. But like, this is
I
what
feel
they
like
don't say.
everybody should try that at least once. Try a couple therapy sessions.
Absolutely. Because like I said, you don't notoriety is new to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I said, I'll be in the background. So when it came to me, I'm like, I didn't know how to handle it. And I
Yeah.
still don't know how to handle it. That's not the truth.
Yeah.
And like, see, Trooper see me. I'll be at the vet. I'm there for 10 minutes, and y'all, you know, I'm out the back.
Yeah, he do
Irish
that with
goodbye.
Irish leave.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to the bathroom and you don't see him no more. He's out of there.
He taught me that actually.
I do that too. Hey, I do it too.
Everybody's hand. Hello. Hi.
They all
goodbye,
see you there.
Goodbye. I'm like, God damn, I just said hi and goodbye. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So I noticed this when we all go to like different networking events and everybody's there, right? What is something that you try to take away from these networking events once you arrive there? What is something that you get, especially with you having anxiety and then you being more? It seemed like extroverted. So what do you guys take away when you go to these networking events?
I say for me, I try to get a diamond in the rough. No one know. The one person no one talking to, I'm talking to that person. And I'm talking to them. We have an interview without the cameras.
Yeah,
And they don't even know. They tell me a life story before it's all over.
I get that a lot too.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for that person who is essentially myself. And I'm talking to them and whatnot. Making feel like, hey, what's going on? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, that's my thing. Because one, it's comfortable for me, but at the same time, I want you to, one, let you know you're seen, you have value. And that, you know what I'm saying, you have a story that needs to be told, or you have value. Well, obviously you're here.
Right.
So you're trying to get to be known. And in a verdict, I'm like, hey, how you met so-and-so, by the way? Because by the time someone came, hey, Brennan, hey, talk to them right here. I'm out. Like Batman.
Right.
But I'm getting them on, helping them get over their anxiety by introducing the next person. So that's a myth for me.
What
No,
about you?
facts. That's dope. I think it just depends on the room. Some rooms, like when we was down in Atlanta, those rooms, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to soak up the
That was so
game.
dope.
I'm trying to hear them key words that they're saying that like kind of match with like the trends, and
Yeah.
trying to figure that out. When I'm in a smaller room and it's maybe some important people there, some people trying to like figure some things out, My first goal is to try to figure out who's in charge. I'm trying to figure out who's running the room and who's running around the room. So like I'm trying to see like who makes this room tick.
Yeah.
Because that person is a good connection. From there, if I can kind of have a conversation with them, if I can get them a glass of water because they're tired, I'll do that. Just to introduce myself.
I don't blame you on that.
Just because I don't want to bother them, but I do want them to know that I was there.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm gonna work the room. I'm gonna try to introduce myself. If it's a room I may know, I try to make sure the energy's good. And then, like Brandon, I'm trying to get the hell up out of there. We got work tomorrow. Trying to do that in about 30 minutes.
I never stay anywhere until it closed. I definitely always leave early. And I do recognize Atlanta's power because I did Atlanta. Me and G Baby went down to Atlanta, and we went what's that convention?
Revolt.
The
Revolt.
yeah,
we did the Revolt. Me and JB.
That's one of the ones I didn't do.
We did Revolt, and my percentages went up 500% for 4 days of being in Atlanta, and it gave me my first like 70,000 viral moment. Well, my second one because my first one was with Africa from Zanzibar.
Shout out to Africa, man.
Yeah, that went to 180,000 people watching that.
So that's your biggest right now?
Right now is 180,000. 180,000 views.
And that's on which
that was a mixture between YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
So combined?
180,000.
I don't like talking about that.
Oh yeah, you in the
I
millions.
wanna talk
He's in
about
the
it.
millions.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's in the millions.
I want to talk
He got
about it.
280,
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
80 what? 88?
Come on. What's
we
your
had
biggest?
We had 8 million views, right?
I know that's
Okay,
8
what's
million
your
views.
Okay,
And then
8 million.
Chance was at 47,000
Okay, so and that's YouTube.
YouTube.
So 8 million on one.
No, 8.
I'm talking about
cumulative. Oh.
clip. What's your biggest clip? Because that's his biggest.
Oh,
clip.
no, big clip of David Chance.
David Shan's
47,000.
47,000. That's on
views
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah, my biggest clip is 70,000 on TikTok, and that was with
See, I'm
Poppy
old,
Chulo.
man. I'm old, man. I can't
but
do
that's
TikTok.
but is that combined with like all the socials though?
Yeah, no. The 8.3. That's just YouTube alone.
No, I'm not talking about YouTube because I know y'all YouTube is going. I'm talking about the clip. Is that
clip.
70,000? Because did you put it on other platforms?
No, that's the thing about it. That's another thing. And this, listen.
Let's
y'all.
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Yeah, because like I'm an old man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. YouTube is where I reign. Let's say it like that.
Right.
Okay.
I don't do TikTok.
Soldier Boy.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Soldier Boy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't do TikTok, and I just got an audio up. Shout out, that's what I'm saying. Teeth. Let me see. Let's tell you about Teeth, man. Teeth is doing this
these
thing,
two?
man.
They love each other.
They love each other.
No.
They almost related.
We don't get
Yeah.
to see each other enough. That's the problem.
Right.
But-
It just all just come out. When
Yeah.
No.
No.
The love is in the room.
Cause he's a monster though, cause like he has audio up. I'm just putting the audio up. And I should have put up a whole lot sooner because we getting crazy downloads.
Wow.
But I don't know how you do it. Like we'll put up the audio. I mean, we'll put up the video, but I'm gonna start putting
It's
the
a
audio.
link that you can put all your audio up, and it just goes to everything.
The old man in me didn't know that. I'm just now knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
Manually.
you do it, man. No.
Yeah, right.
Well, I upload it
That's
to
why I
one
be
link,
burnt
and
out.
they'll upload it to everything. And so
See?
Spotify, Apple, everything we talk about right now will be on all of that.
See, I was doing it. I was doing the video only, and that was it. And then I Instagram and YouTube, that was it. No TikTok, no Lemonade, no Vine. I wasn't do none of that.
At least you
You
knew
know?
about Lemonade. That was
Vine,
crazy. That was crazy.
Ooh, that was way back. Yeah,
You know
I
what
didn't
I'm
have
saying?
nothing back then.
Yeah.
I
So that's what I'm saying. Like I know our lane, and
Yeah.
I keep to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everyone keep telling me about TikTok. The TikTok
No,
is y'all
it
keep
do-
telling
it
me
do
and
its
whatnot.
You got to do
I
it.
gotta get into it.
Quicker reach. Honestly, quicker
Yeah.
reach. Okay. What's your favorite part during all of this? I know we talked about like, there's challenges, there's people that you meet, there's things that you see, but what's the biggest takeaway from you personally?
Oh, y'all gonna leave it on me? Okay, all right. No, I'm just playing. No, I mean for me, it is getting to interview someone who's never been interviewed before, and them genuinely. I'll never forget. Shout out to Asia Sims. Y'all know Asia Sims?
Yeah.
Man, she was episode 260. I'll never forget it. She literally, like not cried, but she literally was like in tears of joy, like y'all see me, y'all want to hear my story,
That's so beautiful.
and that literally, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, like so you doing those stuff. Why did you think? But she literally in the interview was like, no one really sees me. I'm like, we
Yeah.
see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that spoke to me. And we have so many stories of people who no one really how I say this, there wasn't platforms where for people do that. If you didn't have a certain amount of followers, nobody wanted to, no one was rocking with you. Whatnot. We don't care about that. We want to hear that story or whatnot. So for me, it's getting the story. And then for the guests who been on other podcasts, like, I ain't never said that before. Well, you damn sure said it here. You know what I'm saying? And the wine definitely does help. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, me and T, like, he was like, man, I ain't get that question out of him and whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? So we'll look at it into the interview, like we interview the same person. They'll be like, oh, I got out of him. Oh, do you out of him? And it's dope stuff, but like, I guess the competitiveness in me or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I get the other question that T didn't get? You know what I'm saying?
I remember we did that with Hayward.
That
shit was funny.
No, that's what I'm saying. But for me, that's it. And that's the other thing about me. I'm mad competitive. Not like I in my mind, I'm Kobe Bryant, right? That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
Locked in.
I'm locked in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And everybody like, how y'all got 208 on the episode? They call me Joe Jackson on the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, y'all, we got to get the episodes out
every week.
Every week. We the NBA
and
young boy.
Them. No,
we the NBA young boy a podcast. You know what I'm saying? We throw that mixtape out every week.
Dropping them. That's crazy.
For sure.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say my favorite part of it all is motivating. Motivating, man. When I get like these young dudes that really don't really just like either give a damn about life or don't know what to do with their life, but then they get this fire under them, like, man, I'm trying to get on that show, man. Like, just I don't. It might be for the clout, it may be for whatever, but man, it get them something to look forward to.
Yeah,
man, I know so many kids, man, growing up, they just had nothing to look forward to, and exactly what happened, nothing.
Bro, I 100% feel you on that, because it's like, I knew Andrew since 5th grade, right? I've been knowing him pretty much my whole life. Shout out to Andrew Lloyd, you know, and he introduced me to Dre Day and everybody like that, but I knew him way before all of this. Yeah, Andrew was a hooper, just like you said Davey was. Andrew was a hooper. That's you know what I'm saying. And he used to rap like he's still now he brick,
right?
But you know what I'm saying. Like, man, I know his original songs. Like, we was there in the studios watching him do this. Crazy. Like, he was supposed to be like the next Bow Wow or the next, you know what I'm saying? Man, Andrew can really rap for real. So like these processes that I got to just experience through all this time, and then now I'm in this field. A lot of my day ones, not including Andrew, but a lot of my day ones did not recognize me as a boss yet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my day ones they still thought of me as the back in the day person. I'm like, bro, I'm serious about what I'm doing, and I'm taking it serious. And now look how far I am now, and now I have a team, but they have now dwindled, and I don't really see them or talk to a lot of my day twos now are like my new friends, and compared to seeing my day ones, I'm like I try to keep in contact with them, but it's just like if you're not doing nothing on the daily, I can't really be around stagnant people. Right. You know, I try to keep the progression going all the way. I mean, you got to build a life for yourself, you know, and if you don't want to build that life for you, I don't supposed to stop. You know, I got to keep going, climbing up the ladder. And that introduction with Chaney, introduction with Mila, and then the new team that's coming on next season is just like, it's just a ladder of building, and it's all about networking. And Wallow, shout out to the $1 million worth in gang, is a mentor. Emails and everything once a month. Like, but he said on the Shannon Sharp show, when he said that your phone, he said that's $1 million in your phone, that's your network. My phone contact list, I have y'all numbers. I have so many powerful people numbers in my phone for when I want to do something big, it will happen. You know, and I do a lot of favors for people without ever asking for nothing back. And I've done a lot of free stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And that free stuff come with the game, you know. But now it's on another level where it's like, I'm really making money from podcasting. You know what I'm saying? It's an influence thing more than a numbers thing. At first I thought it was a numbers game. Like, you got this many numbers. You got this many numbers. I'm not getting this many numbers, but I'm getting this check. I'm like, it's an influence. How many people are going to believe and feel what you're saying? It's not always about the numbers. It's always about how you can connect with people. And I have mastered connection. It's like, who do you trust? A person who does 1,000 different things, or somebody who mastered one thing 1,000 times? Come on, man. And I mastered something 1,000 times, and now when I go into a room, I often don't introduce myself anymore. I'm like, oh, this is Troop. Y'all know Troop? oh, he got this podcast, and I'm sitting here like, they know, me?
Yeah.
I'm still shell shocked about it when I go into a room, but it's a different feeling too. It's like I'm becoming who I always thought I was gonna be. Yeah.
And I challenge both of y'all to not get comfortable in those rooms because those are the rooms
Don't worry about me.
that how you become local legends.
Yeah.
Because you're so comfortable in those rooms. You can go in those rooms. You can be the boy. You can be the guy. You can be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
But those aren't the rooms that's gonna get you overseas. Those aren't the rooms
Facts.
that's gonna connect you to the people that's gonna make you your first $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It can be.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at one point they didn't know you in that room. You conquered that room. Now
Yeah.
you got to go in those other rooms. And I think that'd be the biggest fear with certain people. Like, I purposely started off going in rooms where nobody knew who I was, just so I can go back a year later and everybody know. Like that was my goal, because those are real people.
See?
So now real people know who I am.
Yeah.
So now they may see me at the gas station. They may see me at getting some chicken. You know what I'm saying? They may see, but they know who I am from these moments of me conquering this room. Now it's about, like, when we go to Atlanta, when we go to those podcasting rooms, I walk in those rooms trying to conquer. Okay, how do I start from this point? And I'm with them. Now they're talking to me like how they talk to me in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm
like
challenging
y'all
us.
homies, like
Exactly.
y'all friends.
Because at one point we didn't know each other, but now I couldn't go 2 months without making sure that people. This is Scotty. Shout out to Scotty first off.
Hottie,
Scotty
man.
too hottie.
Come on,
Scotty,
man.
and no, only person who get through my phone is Scotty. So, but man, just like developing those relationships and being just as confident in the rooms that people do know us in, and the rooms that don't know us.
Okay.
Because then we are able to have that leverage still. Not only we come with something, but we are who we are.
So towards the end of our segues, right? We always look to our guests to inspire the children, our future. So what is something that you, and including you today, what is something that you can give to the children, drop some gems for them to be in your shoes?
You want to go first, sir?
Yeah, I'll go
All right,
first. Yeah, and this piggybacks off your last question. Relationships are everything. One of my favorite things that I get from podcasting is just the relationships. I mean, I wouldn't be here. Literally, if I didn't meet you. So like, just building your relationships and developing them. And developing them looks differently than just, hey, I'm gonna meet you at this event. Hey, I'm gonna meet you at this. It means, hey, how you doing today? Hey, I seen you did this today, man. Congratulations. Like, it doesn't mean you're a part of everything they do. Like, build the relationship. Just because you don't have something going on with them on that doesn't mean you don't support that. Like, keep building that relationship, because a lot of people meet people and then they wonder why they don't reach out to them anymore.
Right.
When this big thing comes up, they don't get that call. It's because you don't even say nothing to them in the 6 months in between that big call.
Yeah.
You're not on the top of their head.
Right.
You're not helping them develop their ideas and grow them and making sure they're good as a person. So for any person that is in any industry, whatever industry you in, man, just develop and grow your relationships and respect them, and then they will respect you.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Mine is reps removed out. If one thing we say on with the team, we like, hey man, keep doing it. If you, hey, look your first episode. Yeah, he looked at your first episode.
Yeah, I saw my first episode.
Bro, my first episode was disgusting.
Yeah.
But progress is always not going to be comfortable.
Right.
But you do enough times, man. I can do a podcast in my sleep now. You know what I'm saying? But at first, it wasn't that. It wasn't lighting. It wasn't the mics. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody, and that goes in any genre, any industry, do it enough times, you will be great at it. Yeah. And then you'll be sitting here at the Midwest Takeoff. Okay.
Come on now.
Hey,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
here.
You'll make it one day.
You'll make it one day. Mama, I made it.
Right. I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a different, like speaking to little Chaney, you know, like, you know, thinking of like what she needed to hear during the time. It's just more or less like, don't let others change who you are. Like, you're gonna go into these different rooms. You're gonna be uncomfortable. But believe me, when I hop into a room and it's, who am I talking to? I've never seen nobody a day in my life. That's when I know the one person in this room I know is me. So if you stay true to yourself, stay true to your happiness, your peace, your spirit, everything that's gonna come after that is natural because you gave your real self. So I mean, as long as you keep your eyes open, stay genuine, and you stay focused and disciplined, like you could have the world if you wanted to, honestly.
My biggest gem to tell anybody is be original. You don't need to be like no one else. Be yourself, and people will follow you if you're consistent. If you're consistent, it breeds passion, and that passion breeds followers, breeds community. So always be consistent, always be yourself. You know, we got podcasts, but just like if you go down any aisle, there's different brands of different things, but it's kind of the similar. We have similar things, but we do it differently. And it's all consistent work, and now we're known cross places. And be original to yourself. And up next, we have Zamir, R&B Christian singer, and he's phenomenal. And we gonna have the first breakthrough here, right at Breakthrough Sound. We his first performance, right? And he's coming up next with the drop down mic that we do. And I'm super excited. Don't forget on our YouTube to like, share, and subscribe. You know, give us some feedback, and we look forward to your comments. I'm Troop Nation.
I'm Chaney Sims.
And let's take off.
Bye, y'all.
Shout out to the Midwest Takeoff for this opportunity. Really appreciate it. Troop Nation and Chaney Sims, really appreciate y'all. I go by the name of Zamir Charles. I'm new to Cleveland from Lincoln, North Carolina. I'll be singing my single that's dropping April 5th called Let's Find Love. Here we go.
About what they tell us, talking about that real love. This love never ends. Let's find love. Don't care about what they tell us, talking about that real love. This love never ends. Settle down, we can take our time, like them denim jeans. I know you not used to this love. This word ain't gon' give you enough. This life is like an endless journey. What's true can be hard to find. But baby, I'm okay with searching, 'cause real love is divine. Let's find love. Let's find love. Don't care about what they tell us, talking about that real love. This love never ends. Let's find love. Don't care about what they tell us, talking about that real love. This love never ends. Let's find love. Yeah.
Acapella.
Let's find love. Don't care about what they tell us, talking about that real love. This love never ends.
Shout out to the Midwest Takeoff, Troop Nation, and Chaney Sims. Really appreciate the opportunity. I go by the name of Zamir Charles. This is another exclusive called Tell Me, dropping I don't know when. Let me know when y'all want it. And here we go. Let's get it.
I've been up and down, I've been all around the world, trying to figure out what I'm doing.
my purpose. I got all these thoughts and voices in my head. Now that I met you, I see that you know best. Here we go. Oh, tell me what I mean to you. You mean everything to me. Oh, I want to be next to you. 'Cause you're the only one I need. I know sometimes I get in my way. Yeah, yeah. But you know how to love me forever and always. Just let me know, just let me know. Tell me if I'm right to fight for things that's true. 'Cause I don't wanna live this life if it's not with you. You've always held me down at times I don't understand it. Your love is the only way. I need you by my side. Yeah. You mean everything to me. Oh, I say, oh, oh, oh. Tell me what I mean to you. You mean everything. Oh, oh. I want to be next to you. Yeah. Only what I need. Only what I need.